Good morning. I'm Debbie Cronister. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am here this morning to show you how I made this cute little card. So it is an easel card, and we've got some cute design on the back of that, and just some fun products from Stampin' Up! So let me go ahead and get started. All the measurements and the instructions and this video will be on my blog at stampwithdeb.com. And so this is our card base, and it is 4¼ by 11, not a size we use real commonly. I've scored it at 5½ and 2¾ in order to create my easel card. Let me get my bone folder here, and we'll just make a nice crease on that so that it will fold over nicely. And there we go. So that way it will fold over. This is the inside of my card where you will write a little note. And here I am going to attach these two together. And the basic gray is, let me grab my silicone mat. This thing works so much better with the mat underneath it. The basic gray is 5¼ by 4. And my basic white is 5 by 3¾ So I'm going to go ahead and attach this to the inside of the card so you guys can see how this works. I have not done that on the other one because when I do these cards for my classes, I put this on the back of the pocket, and then that way they can see what I've done inside. Okay, and so because it goes in a clear pocket, and that way they can see exactly what they need to do for the inside of the card. Okay, and then I have a little greeting here that is going to go in here, and there's 2 layers, and I'm not going to give you these measurements. This was actually cut out of a retired set. It's called Stitch Rectangles, and it is a Stampin' Up! Set, and it's retired. And I'm sorry for using retired stuff, but you know what? Sometimes we have to do that in order to make it work. I'm going to stamp it with the basic gray. So you could use any little tag die that you have. And I'm going to stamp Enjoy Your Special Day. And this came from a paper pumpkin from a couple of months ago. And all the information on this is in. So these paper pumpkin is a great little kit because you get a stamp set in it every month. And then you can reuse them. This is a perfect one because it has a happy birthday that goes with it too. And there are other stamps that went with it. And so you will see me reuse my paper pumpkin stamps. They're just great stamps, and you get a stamp set every month. And so I've just kept mine. I've been a subscriber since it started, and I have kept all of mine. And then each month when I get the kit, I have a class that meets, and they have subscribed to the kit, and I recreate their cards, recreate a set of cards, and we make them together. So this is, if you're interested in that, you can find more information about that if you click on any of the pictures on my paper pumpkin posts from last month that are on my blog. So I'm just going to put this maybe about 2/3 of the way up. And you see, I did put it on dimensional, so I put the 2 together and then put it on dimensionals, and that's what's going to hold my card when it's folded over. Now we got to put some weight on this so that it'll work better. Okay, so let's jump over here and look at what I've got here. So here I have a piece of basic white that is actually, let me grab this card back. Let's put this on here. That's going to go on there, and it's just going to go on flat. And I am going to use green glue for this because I have found that the green glue sticks better with this corrugated. And makes for a nice attachment, but not too soon for me. And let's move that up. And keep in mind, when you corrugate, it does take some of the size off. So this was cut at 2 1/2. So I'm a little maybe a little short here and here, maybe, but I think it's fine. Okay, and then here for the bottom portion, we have 2 panels. We'll just attach those together. There's my silicone mat again. And this is from Country Flowers, I believe it's called. And it's just one of the designer series papers that we are carrying. And it did come over to the 2025-26 catalog. Can't believe I'm saying that. And so we're just going to attach that right here on the front. Okay, and then I have this piece, which, oh gosh, I didn't tell you what I'm using. I'm using Impressions Abloom. Can you imagine that? This text, it just keeps coming back at me. Um, so I'm using this die right here. And what I did is I put it on, I cut a piece of DSP, Designer Series paper. And let me give you that measurement. Oh, my ruler here. This is, I cut it at, I think, I would guess 2.5 inches, a 2.5 inch strip. Okay. And then I just put this on there like that. I wanted this flat on the bottom, so I went right down to the bottom here and just kind of let it have a little bit of a peak there. I guess I'm flying off the screen again. And so let it be a little bit where it's not going to cut because I wanted it flat on the bottom so it looks like a pot. Okay, so I'm going to put that back in. So I did use the Impressions Abloom again on this. I'm loving this stamp set, you guys. It's just one of my favorites. Although this could be done with Pretty Petals or Pretty Florals or Thankful Garden. Either one of those it would work for. And I'm sure you have one in your stash that it would work with. So what I did is I took this and I cut this out of Designer Series paper. I'm going to take a blending brush and I just want to add some color to the edge of this. This is basic gray that I'm working with. And I just want to add a little bit of depth to it. It's really what I want to do. And so I'm just going to color those edges. Bring those in. Let's see, am I happy with that? A little bit on the bottom. Okay, this works better with my glass mat because I can pick up all this ink that I'm leaving on the table. But I don't want to use my glass mat for this. Okay, in here there should be a strip. There it is. Okay, so then the pot needed something else. It just felt plain to me. I would have rather have done an embossed strip, but I didn't. So this is another piece of that Designer Series paper, and I'm going to color it. So it's still going to have kind of a texture in it, but I am going to color it gray so that there's some contrast there, the darker gray. And then I'm just going to put that on. So when you do this, you want to be careful. You don't want to crumple your paper. Go in small circles. Okay, I think that's good. And we're going to need this again, so we'll just set it over here. Let's just go ahead and stamp the happy birthday, and then we can put that away. Okay. So we'll stamp happy birthday on this tag. Doing it on camera is always harder because I can't get my head over it. I can't bring it over to me. We'll make it work. I am using a different earpiece this morning. Somehow I lost my earbud. I had it on Monday morning when I talked to a friend, or Monday sometime. When I talked to a friend, I took it off, and who knows where it went. Not me. I can't find it anywhere. So I am using a different earpiece today. So I'm hoping it's working well. It should be. But I haven't used it before for a Facebook Live, so we'll find out. Okay, so I'm just going to attach that. See how that just gives me a little bit of a contrast, a different um, little something on my pot. It was either that or emboss it. So I chose to do this. So we're just going to trim off that excess. And we're going to leave that set while we put our flowers together. Okay, the flowers. Get this out of here. Let's see, flowers. We have, I'm going to flip this paper because I don't want that gray when I start coloring. So, good thing paper has two sides, huh? Although I'm using daubers, which we don't use anymore now that we have the blending brushes. And I guess you could use a small blending brush. Don't know why I have that one. That one has, oh, wait a minute, we have lemon. Oh, yes, I do. That's my pink. Okay, so we have flowers. They're all cut from um, the Impressions Abloom. I'm going to start with this one. And this is fresh freesia. And I just want to give it a little bit of color on the bottom here. Not too much. So I just want to come up a little ways. Okay, same thing with this one. I'm just going to use that dauber on the bottom, just like that. Okay, so those two. And then we're going to change colors, and we're going to do lemon. No, we're going to do the pink. And we're going to change daubers too. So this one is the bubble bath. This one has kind of a dark look to it to me when it first goes on. See how dark that looks? It doesn't look like, oops, bubble bath. But it seems to lighten up, so I'm not too worried once it dries. Okay, and then we're going to go with a lemon lolly. And we're going to go in the center of this one. And I'm just going to go debated. Okay, so let's do the center of this one also. It's pretty small, so. Okay, there we go. And there are our colored flowers. Now, for the next step, uh-oh, I'm missing something. There it is. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our pot here. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to put the flowers on the stems. Okay. So for this one, I'm going to put adhesive on the back of this one because for some reason, I just like this flower better that way. So we're going to do the purple ones. And I'm going to put adhesive on the back so that my flower, my little stem, my little circular spot here, it's going to show on the front. Come on. Okay. We have no glue coming out. There it is. Okay. Let's just clean that off. Okay. And I'm just going to place the big one on the short. It's easier to do it this way. On my short one. And my little one on the tall one. Set those aside and let them dry. And then I'm going to attach this one. Now this one, can't get a hold of it. I'm going to put my glue on the front. So the stem will go behind. So for this one, I attach this, and because it's such a huge flower, I'm just going to go this way. And this one goes up here. Okay, now that one I'm not going to attach. Well, yes, I will. I'll go ahead and do it. So this one, I'm going to put the two of them together. So I'm going to pop this one up on a dimensional. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, this is getting heavy, Debbie. What's going to happen when you stand it up? Okay, we have a little support. And this one, I'm going to just go ahead and attach it to this the top leaf. And we're just going to go this way. Oops, I forgot to take the sticky off? No. Oh, it's because of the ink that I brushed on it. You gotta press it really good. The dimensionals don't always stick with that. Okay, now our flowers are set. We'll let that one, we'll put that one on last. And then this one. Okay, so I'm going to take this. This is my flower pot. And on the back of this, I am going to put stamp and seal. Whoops, stay there. Just run it right across the back of that. Okay, and then I'm going to start with my flower stems. So I started with this one, and I'm going to put this one. Come on, I can't get a hold of these things today. This one is going to go right down here and go in a little bit because it's a flower. Okay, and then this one's going to go on the opposite side, just like that. Okay, now I have this one, which is going to go in the middle. And he's going to go just like this. Yeah. Okay, now I have some leaves that I cut, and these came from Thankful Garden, Thankful Garden. And I'm going to put those in between, kind of. So they're going to go like right in here. Oops, sticking to my fingers. And right in here. Okay, so we've created this beautiful pattern on the back. Now, this is going to be kind of heavy. See how it flops. Okay, we're going to fix that. We're going to take, I have a piece of window sheet here that I cut at 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. If there's an area that you don't like that's too high, that sticks out the side, something like that, then my suggestion is that you just trim it down a little bit. I wouldn't lower it too much, like this little corner right here. I might cut that off. Just trim it off. Be brave. Okay. Most of it's not going to show. I'll move this over a little bit so this will support it. So this is what's going to support my flowers. I am going to put some more Stamp and Seal just right across here, and then attach my paper here. There's all different ways to do this. This to me was the easiest. I could attach window sheet to the stems, but to me this was the easiest and gave it the best support. Okay, now we're going to put this onto our card with dimensionals. So let's get some dimensionals on there. And I'm going to place these dimensionals so they're overlapping the window sheet because I have a little space there on the sides. And then I can just go from there and attach them. And I want this to be good and strong. So we're going to put lots of dimensionals on here. Okay. Okay, let's put this on the front of our card. Where'd I put our card? Oh, it's over here. Okay. And we're just going to place that. We want to make sure, first of all, that, oh, phew, I should have checked this before. My flowers are going to be too high. So they're going to get caught. So I'm going to have to come down lower on this one. Watch your top flower. They're a little bit, this one's a little high. I don't know that I can move it now since I already have the window sheet on. Yeah, I've already put all kinds of stuff on there. Okay, we're going to leave it alone. So watch your top flower because it can be too high. And your side flowers. I'm just going to put it where it needs to go. See, my side is a little bit off here too. So when I put this in the envelope, I'm going to have to make a special envelope for this one. It's a little bit bigger, but you can see how it works. And so you hardly see the window sheet back there. If you're concerned about the flowers flopping, you could even put like a little glue dot right there. You could, make them, attach them to that window sheet. That yellow one doesn't want to stay on there. And I know it's because of the ink. It's because of brushing it with the ink. I might have to put some glue on there. Okay. All right, let's finish this up. So I have some of the beautiful silver and white ribbon. And I'm just going to tie a little bow here to put on the side. Just a simple bow. And this ribbon is still available online, which I'm so happy because I love this ribbon. I think it's just gorgeous. I was a little worried it would disappear. There's another one, the iridescent ribbon is also available online. So I'm happy with that one too. Okay. I've gone back to tying a ribbon around my glue dots because I didn't do it for a while. And I ended up with glue dots all over my arm, all over my room, all over my table, everywhere. So I went back to tying a ribbon around them again. Just keeps them from running away. Okay, and then I'm going to put a dimensional on this end of the happy birthday because it's going to be raised up. And on the other end, I'm just going to put some green glue. For some reason, I keep working off camera today. Really bad, huh? Sorry, guys. If you have any questions on this or have a problem with it, let me know. I will gladly help you. You can find me at stampwithdeb.com. I'm just going to attach my happy birthday just right in here so I get a little edge. And add my bling, and we're done. So I have a little yellow gem here. This is from the Tencels number 4. The bling that we had, we no longer have. So I would say a good substitute would be the 2024 through 26 in color bling. That is going to be beautiful this year. It is a low profile bling, so it's flatter, which is really nice for going in the mail. So check out the blings for this year. They are great. So I'm just going to add another one here. Maybe right in here. See, that one should have gone a little further over that way. There, it's supposed to be in front. Alrighty, there we are. And you will find all the instructions and a free project sheet